Today we're going to be looking at some Karens who ended up behind bars. I feel like a TV organisation should make a documentary about Karens in jail. That is something I'd want to watch.
Cat Karen. Nobody likes to be told they can't do something, but sometimes it's best just to listen and take the L. In 2020, a woman arrived at the World Gym in New Taipei, Taiwan. However, she wanted to bring her cat in with her.
The way they're blurring this Karen is making me think that she's literally naked. Of course a Karen has like a cat. By the way guys, I did do part 1 of this video about a week and a half ago, so this is now part 2 of Karens who ended up in jail.
After attempting this numerous times in the past and reportedly having her membership taken away, she tried once more. But this time, she used violent threats. Then, still not getting her way, she took all her clothes off, stormed into the gym, and began working out.
Well, that is something that is absolutely terrifying to say. So you're telling me this woman was told not to bring a cat into a gym multiple times and she really wanted to? But why? Like, why would a cat want to go into a gym? No animals should be in gyms. Gyms are meant for people to work out in and do exercise. So yeah, she basically got told she couldn't do it and she decided to strip down naked. I mean, that's definitely a Karen thing to do.
About 30 minutes later, the police arrived and arrested her after making sure she was dressed.
Yeah, again, it is just stupid, isn't it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's quite obvious you wouldn't be allowed a cat in a gym. Like, thinking about it now, it just doesn't make any sense in my head as to why they'd let you do that. And then she stripped down naked and got arrested.
Antimask Karen. When the worldwide events kicked in during 2020, most people rallied and helped each other out. But there's always some that ruin it for everyone else.
Notice how they always look crazy. Like, I feel like whenever we look at these women, they always look crazy. I've said it many times before and I'll say it again. Whenever you look at somebody, you can tell that they're crazy by the way their eyes are. I've looked at serial killers, terrorists, and you can just see it in their eyes. They're like, something's off with them. And yet again, these women have the same traits.
In 2021 in Nebraska, a woman was filmed in a grocery store without a mask on. Already off to a rough start. When questioned about it by masked shoppers, she patronizingly calls them cute and sheep.
I mean, look, you can have your opinion on masks, you're entitled to your opinion, it's the way the world is. However, if a certain shop or company or building said you have to wear a mask, you have to put it on. It doesn't matter if you want to or not. You might not want to, but you have to. That's their rules.
It is yet another instance of someone from Arizona at the center of a pandemic-related tirade.
And, oh yeah, she dramatically coughs at people while claiming she has allergies.
Excuse me.
Ew, I hate that. She just didn't have allergies, though. Like, she just didn't. She'd done that on purpose. I mean, even before COVID, if someone coughed or sneezed, I would cover my face because it's minging. It's disgusting. Especially, like, little toddlers who have, like, hacky, phlegmy coughs. Ugh. But it's, like, it's quite obvious what she was intending, and I bet you she's gonna get arrested and she'll probably cry.
After the video went viral, the coughing woman's identity was discovered to be Janine Hoskovic. Her employers at German software company SAP caught wind of what had happened and fired Hoskovic for her disregard for the public's health and safety.
So she literally got arrested for being stupid. She could have just put the mask on, been angry, went in and then walked out, but nope, she decided to take the mask off, start a commotion, coughing people, and then it got her sacked.
Internet investigators also identifying Hoskovic's employer as SAP, which confirmed it was investigating the situation, later tweeting she no longer works there.
And she could have easily kept her job if she just didn't act like a numpty. Yet again, a lot of these women are American. I feel like over there they've got a lot of freedom. Like, they've got too much freedom. I feel like some of them definitely do need to learn that, you know, if a company has rules, you have to follow them.
Starbucks Karen. More anti-mask people.
I get shortness of breath, dizziness, and it messes with the heartbeat. And I do have asthma as well.
Listen here, sunshine, if you've got a medical issue, get your doctor to write you a note or like a card and you can show it to them and they'll not make you wear a mask. Like, if people have medical issues, they don't have to wear it. However, I bet you this woman doesn't actually have it. She just claims she has it.
In 2020, Amber Gillis posted an image on Facebook of Starbucks barista Lennon Gutierrez in San Diego, California.
Saying, quote, "Meet Lennon from Starbucks who refused to serve me because I'm not wearing a mask. Next time I will wait for cops and bring a medical exemption."
Well, if you walked in there and had like a note from the doctor saying that you are exempt from wearing a mask because you've got issues, I'm sure they probably would make you the coffee. I also love how she posted that. Like, who do you think you are? And it went viral as well and it's probably got her in a load of trouble. Yet again, like, them workers just want to work, be safe and get paid, and of course women like her have to come in and ruin it.
She claimed she was refused service for not wearing a mask and she wasn't pleased. And it didn't have quite the effect she was going. Instead, a GoFundMe page was created for Gutierrez to give him tips for standing up to Gillis.
So basically he got 100 grand for her acting like a numpty. I bet you she was angry about that. Yeah, again, it's like these workers, they don't decide the rules, the people above them do. If the rules are you have to wear a mask inside, they have to enforce that rule. You know, rules are there, they're not meant to be broken, they are there for a specific reason.
Currently, it has over $105,000. Well, Gillis wasn't happy. In 2021, she decided to sue Matt Cohen, who created the GoFundMe page.
So because somebody set a GoFundMe page for a man who she basically verbally attacked and humiliated online, she's gonna sue the man who made the GoFundMe. Yeah, again, these women have too much time in their hands and too much money.
She claims that a screenshot of her original post included in the fundraiser violated her rights. The suit was dismissed by a judge. However, Gillis is appealing the decision.
Well, of course your lawsuit's gonna be dismissed by a judge. You publicly posted it online with your face and name. So it's online forever, so like you can't sit there and whinge about it.
BBQ Becky.
This is the OG Karen. Like whenever I think of Karen, I think of this woman.
It's a video that launched 1,000 memes. In 2018, a group of people were enjoying the nice weather by having a barbecue at Lake Merritt in Oakland, California. Well, not on Jennifer Schultz watch.
Yep, so that was the meme right there, that screenshot. Basically, this family just wanted to have a bit of a barbecue. And of course, this big old Karen decided she didn't want them to.
It's illegal to have a charcoal grill in the park here.
No, it's not actually. I just looked
She's
at
so
the map. It says
crazy.
this is a designated barbecue area.
She told the group that they couldn't be there for a barbecue and that she apparently owns the park.
They always say that, don't they? They're like, oh, I've got people who are high up who'll get you fired, or, you know, they always make an excuse. She owns the park. I swear, like, the government or, like, the people who run the city do. And who cares if they're having a barbecue? Like, why are you so fussed about them having a barbecue? I'm assuming she was jealous and wanted to bite as well.
She then proceeds to call the police. She even takes and refuses to give back one person's ID.
Yeah, she just took a card out of my hand so that she could try and get this guy.
No, you offered it to show it to me.
I showed it to you. I didn't say take it out of my hand. You stole the card. Can you please give it back? Because I would like it.
Oh my god, right, I just remembered what actually happens in the end. She ends up getting arrested and starts screaming and crying. I can't. It's like, all of this could have been avoided. Who does she think she is? Like, sometimes I do sit back and think, are these people disabled? Like, do they have, like, a disability or, like, a mental health issue? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out BBQ Becky had special needs.
Eventually, the cops arrive with Schultz sobbing over the incident. They assessed her for a psychiatric hold but felt she didn't fit the criteria.
Because she was acting so cuckoo, they had to do like a I can't even say that word. Psychiatric, is that it? I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's whenever they look at you and think, okay, do we have to put her in a mental health institution? Look at the police officer.
After this event, Oakland residents came together at the site to have a large cookout.
I mean, do you want to know something? Fair play. Becky's just embarrassed herself and they've got like more of a reason to have a barbecue. And yet again, all of that happened was because she was just angry. Like, why was she like that? I just wonder about these people. Like, I think what's going on in their heads. Obviously not a lot.
Fran Karen. In San Francisco in 2020, James Juanillo was stenciling a BLM message on his own wall. But someone asks for his attention.
Yet again, you know, whenever I was talking about how you can tell someone's crazy, don't they look crazy? Like, I'm sorry, look at this. This is just craziness in a person.
As he turns, he's greeted with one of the most terrifying expressions a person can have in the shape of Lisa Alexander.
I'm asking you if this is your property.
Why are you asking?
Because
it's private property.
Because it's private property,
So,
sir.
are you defacing private property?
Are you defacing private property? Is it your property, sir? Like, I literally live here. I own that wall. They always go on about stuff like that, don't they? But yet again, I can't get over the way she looks. Like, she actually looks like a witch.
Juanillo is then told by her that he shouldn't do that on other people's property.
It's
He plays
his!
along for a bit until Alexander states she knows the wall isn't his and she knows the person whose it is.
Obviously not. Like, they always do this, don't they? I've seen another video where a guy was delivering a takeaway, or like, you know, he was a delivery driver. A woman didn't let him into the building because she like accused him of having like a bomb in his bag or something like that. She was like, I actually know everyone who lives in here and they wouldn't order stuff. And it's like, well, that's obviously not the case because someone in that building ordered food, hence why he's there.
And you don't know if I live here or if this is my property.
We actually do know.
Uh-oh. Juanillo then goads them into calling the cops, which they do. After the video went viral, Alexander apologized apologized for calling the police. Several companies also cut ties with the skincare firm she's CEO of.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you act cuckoo, that's what happens. Let's see her apology. When I watched the video, I'm shocked and sad that I behaved the way I did. I did not realize at the time that my actions were racist, and I've learned a painful lesson. I'm taking a hard look at the meaning behind white privilege, and I'm committed to growing from this experience. To me, that sounds like BS, like she's probably been told to say that. She doesn't actually believe in that. That's just like a PR statement. It's just like, you can't go up to people and accuse them of, like, you know, like graffitiing. Like, that was his property.
QAnon Karen. In 2020, with the world struggling with restrictions, Melissa Ryan Lively in Scottsdale, Arizona went to a nearby Target and recorded herself wrecking their display of face masks while yelling, "It's over."
That is just utter stupidity. You're literally videoing yourself ruining a shop and committing a crime. QAnon's like a real serious thing. Like, these people get sucked in and believe these conspiracy theories. How far are they gonna go? Like, you could probably say January 6th. Was it that date, you know, whenever they stormed the Capitol? Like, that was mainly QAnon people. Like, what length are they gonna go that's like too far if they haven't crossed it already? Like, look at her. She's so stupid.
When confronted by Target staff, she, for some reason, brings up her $40,000 Rolex.
I can't do it because I'm a blonde white woman. I wear a $40,000 Rolex. I don't have the right.
Imagine being a Target employee thinking you're gonna have a normal day and then you come across a woman like her. Why is she talking about how she's a white woman, how she got like a £40,000 Rolex? If you've got a £40,000 Rolex, why are you literally destroying Target? I mean, I bet you the Rolex stores happy that Jane ruining their stores.
You see, Lively had fallen prey to the QAnon conspiracy cult. She had fallen down a rabbit hole of misinformation that had slowly filled her with irrational rage.
I had really lost all touch with reality. It was the worst day of my life. I was having a complete mental break.
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you about. It's like they get sucked in and genuinely believe it. It says here former QAnon believer, so I'm assuming she isn't part of QAnon anymore. But I mean, groups like that, it's kind of like a cult. It's like they kind of tell you what to believe and then like you actually believe it. It's crazy what conspiracy theories can do to you.
After the video spread online, she returned home to find her husband had called the police to take her in for a psychiatric evaluation.
Good.
After her treatment, Lively saw QAnon for what it is and became an advocate against it.
I really believe that it's a cult. It operates like a cult in every single way, and people don't realize that they're being consumed by QAnon until it's too late.
Exactly, like it genuinely is quite crazy, and I'm actually quite thankful that she realised that what she done was wrong. Even though she looks cuckoo, thank God she got a bit of help and like left QAnon. So what I've also realised in America is that QAnon's starting to get into politics, especially in the far right wing. I feel like whenever it comes to politics, there's people in the centre, and then, you know, there's left wing and right wing, and then far left and far right. I don't have an issue with people and their political opinions. However, if they're far left or far right, I probably won't be around them. Usually because they are a bit cuckoo, and the far right believe in QAnon, and I don't even want to know what the far left believe in, probably like aliens.
Permit Patty. In 2018 in San Francisco, 8-year-old Jordan Rogers was saving up to afford to go to Disneyland.
I wanted to help my mom, and I wanted to get the money to go to Disneyland.
Oh, look at her. She's such a sweet wee girl. If I am correct, this girl was selling bottles of water, and obviously the Karen wasn't happy about that.
This entrepreneur did this by selling cold bottled water on the street right outside her house for $2. Well, because people hate plucky kids, apparently, Allison Edel decided to intervene.
It's the fact that she's just like strutting around like a chicken. I don't know how to describe it, but like these Karens kind of remind me of what animal? Kind of like an ostrich. Like they're just terrifying.
In a video, she is shown calling the cops on Rogers for not having a permit.
Yeah, again, she's got crazy eyes. Like I'm telling you, there's something about the crazy eyes. This is why I don't go near people like that. You can tell by their eyes if they're crazy or not. So basically, this woman is irritated that this little girl is selling bottled water, and she's somehow got an issue with that.
You calling police on an 8-year-old little girl? You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit? Yeah.
On
Who
my property.
cares?
Not your property.
Edel claims the yelling about the water being for sale for hours on end is what drove her to make the harsh decision. After the video was uploaded, Edel was nicknamed Permit Patty by the wonderful internet.
Permit Patty, that's a good one. What was the other one? BBQ Becky. I mean, I feel like this woman and the barbecue woman would be best friends. Maybe they'd both be lesbians and they can fall in love.
Due to the backlash, she was later forced to resign as CEO of Treat Well Health,
which makes cannabis products for dogs. Dispensaries started dropping her products after the video surfaced on social media.
Yet again, it's just so stupid, isn't it? It's like you literally could have avoided it. If you just ignored her and went on your day, none of this would happen. It really does make you think, like, I wonder what these women would be doing if they weren't caught. Probably arguing with someone.
Non-flying senator. Sometimes, US senators like to think of themselves as untouchable. Well, in 2021, Alaska's state senator Laura Reinbold learned that this isn't always the case. She was videoed at Juneau International Airport, arguing with staff over their mask rules.
Okay, so this woman right here is like a senator, so she's got like a lot of power. She was elected by the people, and she stood in an airport arguing with the workers. Keep in mind, this woman has a lot of power with the law. You know, she can pass a law if she really wants to. She can vote for or against major laws.
In a classic Karen move, whenever a member of staff asked her to wear it properly, she wrote down their name for daring to question her authority.
Well, okay, so, and what was your name? Marilyn Johnson. And who are you with?
Later on, Reinbold called it mask tyranny. With all the online backlash to the video, Alaska Airlines stated they told Reinbold she's no longer allowed to fly with them.
Good, she shouldn't be. She's absolutely cuckoo. I do believe airlines need to be very strict with their passengers. If someone's on a plane causing loads of havoc, if they're drunk, if they're like refusing to wear a mask, you should be able to ban them. You know, it's your airline. If they're gonna cause trouble, ban them.
Last year, she referred to Alaska Airlines staff as mask bullies after a confrontation with flight attendants.
As a result, she's asked to be excused from legislative sessions until next year, since traveling was now a nightmare for her.
So yeah, basically because she refused to wear a mask and she decided to call the people who worked in the airport bullies, she's not able to fly to New York. Oh yeah, I forgot she's in Alaska, and like Alaska Airlines probably like one of the main like flight people from that country. So I don't know how she's gonna be getting to Washington.
Central Park Karen. In 2020, Christian Cooper went to watch birds in New York Central Park.
Yet again, I remember this video and watch the dog. Like, she is literally strangling the dog. I think this woman had an issue because somebody was working out in steps or like on a path, and she decided to just start screaming at her and also strangles her dog at the same time.
But he spots namesake Amy Cooper with an unleashed dog, which they need to be in that area.
Okay, never mind. It isn't got to do with her working out. It's got to do with her with unleashing her dog. Never mind. It's an Asian woman. There was a video of like a woman working out and an Asian Karen came up and started screaming at her. But watch this dog. In this clip, like, this dog looks like it's about to be strangled.
So Christian asks her to put a leash on the pup. Instead of realizing her mistake and being sorry, she goes all Sith and refuses. Christian records this scary
Watch the dog.
where she announces that she'll call the cops and recklessly claim an African-American man is threatening my life.
So yeah, she's gonna call the police and say that this man who's black is threatening her life. It just shows you how cuckoo they are, and the thing is, the police will probably believe her. And yet again, the dog, like, did you see the dog? The dog was proper struggling.
Please call the cops.
I'm gonna tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Watch
when
the dog.
He was doing no such thing. It's also really distressing seeing her yank her dog's collar all over the place. After the video came out, Franklin Templeton Investments fired Amy.
She got fired because she made up a lie and just acted like an absolute plum. It's like they do it to themselves. Do they think they're gonna get away with it? Like, does she genuinely think that her calling the police and a black man trying to like attack her, it's gonna like not get her in trouble? It's common sense. None of them have it.
She was also charged with several crimes, but those charges were later dropped.
I mean, honestly, if I were you, I hold the crimes against her because she is an absolute plum. I feel bad for that man because that's absolutely traumatic to go through. And I also feel bad for the dog. Like, I hope the dog gets taken off her. Well, anyways, that's where I leave that video there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a subscribe and just to see all in my next video.